Line bout was Lyoto Machida taking on Jacare Mousasi, and Machida's dropped down, of course, it dropped down in weight class to 185, and what we're doing right now is, there was a little bit of a concern as to how he would be or whatever. Well, I'm gonna tell you, just from the way he looked when he walked in, I mean, Machida looked like Bruce Lee. And when I say he looked like Bruce Lee, I'm not saying he got in and did a bunch of Bruce Lee like maneuvers, even though his karate was definitely on display. He literally looked like Bruce Lee. I mean, dude was cut up like ridiculously, and he looked in awesome shape. And he moved well throughout the entire fight. He won a pretty clear unanimous decision over Mousasi. It was something that I predicted. I just didn't see a way where Mousasi would have enough speed to keep pace with Machida, and that turned out to be the case. In the co-feature, Jacare Souza outfought, pretty much, he outfought Francis Limitless Carmont. I picked Carmont to win this fight. I don't know. I was very impressed with Carmont in his last two bouts against Lorenz Larkin and Costa Philippou. So I really thought that he just really kind of found the switch and flipped it. But to its degree, I'd say I definitely had respect for Jacare, but to an extent, I think I did underestimate him a bit. His ability to slip punches and transition directly into a takedown. I mean, this dude gets to his jiu-jitsu very well. Now, I won't say Carmont's the most skilled striker and not maybe the quickest striker, but still, it was very impressive. We'll see whether or not Jacare and Lyoto Machida actually becomes the bout, someone looking to challenge for the title at 185. Probably the most impressive performance came from Eric Silva. He scored a very, very quick first round knockout in his bout. I mean, you got to keep in mind, though, I mean, yeah, it was an impressive win. Nonetheless, you can't take that away from him. But, I mean, Takanori Sato is not like, he didn't destroy an elite welterweight. So you kind of got to keep things in the proper perspective before you get too carried away with thinking, that Silva really, just really made a huge statement. But, I mean, a quick first-round knockout is a quick first-round knockout. Another one of the more impressive performances came from Charles Oliveira. I predicted that he would win by submission, and he did just that. Oliveira is, to me, I mean, this dude is, I think he's really got a great future. He's still only 24 years old. And some people might look at it like, wow, the most recent times I've seen him fight, he lost those fights. But you got to think about how young he still is and how many tools he has. He's getting better and better as a striker. Very long. His submission game is already top notch. He showed that tonight by getting the submission victory. But just think about who his losses have come to: Cub Swanson, Frankie Edgar, Jim Miller, Donald Cerrone. I mean, there's no shame in losing to any of those guys. I mean, the earlier losses on his record to Miller and Cerrone actually took place, and he was 21 years old. So he has a great future, and I think that he's somebody that you really are going to have to really pay attention to moving forward. I mean, luckily for him, he didn't take any confidence smashing or self-esteem demoralizing losses. They especially the loss to Frankie Edgar was a respectable loss. He's the only one that stopped him was Cub Swanson, and everybody knows Cub Swanson can, he throws hammers. So it's going to be interesting to see what Oliveira can do moving forward. Like I said, only 24 years old, all types of skills. He's getting stronger because as he's, more of a full-fledged adult, he's just getting stronger, period. But then I'm impressed with the striking skills. And I'm going to throw something out there and, just be tentative with this comparison. But I see a little bit of an Anthony Pettis type of a fighter that could evolve with Oliveira. I mean, He's a slick striker. I don't know. He's not quite the athlete that Pettis is, but the combination of the dynamic striking and the elite submission skills, I'm telling you, Oliveira is for real. But this is my recap for UFC Fight Night 36 from Brazil. Y'all subscribe, follow, peace.